Hey everyone, I am Shauna of Present Grace Healing. I'm a Reiki master teacher and practitioner. I'm also an intuitive, and I have a background of study in both religion and behavioral science. And today I wanted to speak a little bit about what is an awakening. A lot of people speak about awakening as a spiritual awakening. However, it is possible for a person to have an awakening without being spiritual, without having any sort of religious practice or faith. And if that is the case, I think it is beneficial to look at awakening a different way. And I have not heard very many people speak about it this way. I like to think of it as an energetic awakening. Now, we often think of ourselves as having three parts: our mind, our body, and our spirit, especially within the realm of holistic or naturopathic healing. With all of the more Eastern philosophy that is coming our way in the West, we think of us as having three aspects of ourselves: this mind, body, spirit. If you are not spiritual, you can refer to that part of you, that third part, as your energy body. And your energy body has been mapped out by these ancient traditions and practices as having chakras, meridians, all different things that you've probably heard about. The energy body is a part of each one of us, and we are often not aware of it. We experience our lives and our world through our physical senses and through our thoughts and our thinking, but there is this third part of us, our energy body, which experiences things on a different level. It senses things in a different way, and a lot of times the way that you experience it is you just get a gut feeling about something. You just magically happen upon something that you've been thinking about or hoping for or wishing for. All of the little synchronicities that happen, that is coming from your energy body kind of influencing your experience. Now, when we have an awakening, when we have an energetic awakening, we become aware of this energy body. And we experience it in a very palpable way, in a very powerful way. Typically that happens because one of our two other parts, either our mind or our body, is not serving us. So our body, maybe we get injured and we cannot do the things that we used to do. Or our mind cannot think us out of a situation. We feel kind of trapped and our logic is not serving us and it is not solving the problem that we needed to solve. Once one of those two things is not serving us, often the energy body becomes very active and we become aware of it. Ways that we become aware of it are we may have some really intense feelings, ones that we cannot necessarily control. So the energy body is where our subconscious lives. It is where unprocessed trauma lives. It is where our emotions live. And if very suddenly our energy body becomes active in our experience, then we will feel these very strong emotions. Then this unprocessed trauma will rise to the surface and want us to process it. We may start to have thoughts that come really from nowhere. We didn't realize that we had these beliefs about ourselves or other people, and thoughts may pop into our head that seem very negative, and where they are coming from is this subconscious place, from this trauma place. Sometimes trauma doesn't even come from our own experiences in life. Sometimes that trauma has been passed down from our parents or our grandparents, things that they dealt with that are just kind of passed down to us. And when our energetic body becomes very active, those things rise up for us to deal with them. That is kind of the more negative aspect of an awakening, of our energy body becoming so active and us becoming aware of it. Some really positive aspects of awakening are that we also get in touch with this intuition. with this kind of knowing without knowing, that we start to experience amazing synchronicities that guide us in the right direction, that help us to just naturally take the steps that we need to make in order to lead a more fulfilling life. So, most of the time, though, this negative aspect of awakening has to be processed first. Within more spiritual speak, people call that the dark night of the soul. And that is the aspect of awakening where we are really processing this negativity and we are really processing these emotions and this trauma that we have not processed before in order to get that out of the way and access this other magical part of ourselves. It is really our creative ability. It is our ability to tap in to this kind of natural, healthy state and flow that we have in order to just make things happen for ourselves easily. In order to get to that part, though, we have to process the negative stuff. So that is what an energetic awakening basically is. If you find yourself in that situation, please visit my website, www.presentgracehealing.com, and you can book a session with me. I call it a spiritual support session or an energetic support session. I am here to help people understand this part of yourself that suddenly wakes up that you didn't realize existed. I am here to help you process through that trauma in order to get to the good stuff that lives there. Please share this with anyone who is going through awakening, who may need a more logical understanding of what is happening to them. And I hope that everyone is managing these shifting times when many people will be awakening because our logic is not serving us. Much love to everyone. Bye.